Hello, hello. Just wanted to come on this morning. Well, it's morning for me. Whenever you're watching this, it might be some other time. I wanted to tap into the collective energies here that are happening. So today is August 5th, which is when I'm recording this. But this could be something that comes alive or comes around in the next couple of weeks. So just be aware of that. And thank you for joining me here today. All right, Spirit, what are the energies saying for us right now? The nectar. There's something really beautiful coming here, like kind of like a culmination of like readiness and ripeness. And it's the sweet nectar here that comes forward. The underworld. It's interesting to think that something very sweet, right, such as nectar, could come from something, if I think of it in terms of the earth, it can come from this sort of, from something that is dying, comes something that is so sweet, right? And lastly, we have the destroyer and the bridge. Yeah, I think we're starting to understand. What sweetness could come when we let go. We're understanding the beauty of letting go. We're understanding the beauty of letting go and letting something be completely lost and destroyed. Because that allows us then to have a bridge appear for us. Okay, let's go into the reading here. At the bottom of the deck, the warrior. I love it. I absolutely love it. There is this sense of strengthening. It's a spiritual strengthening here. It's not so much something outward where it's like, oh, I'm going to fight. Like, so many people find themselves terrified of the idea of like anger and war and things like that, and it's just like, but there's always going to be some sort of a need to be a warrior in a space. So even if it's not outwardly, even if it's not something that happens outside of you, it's something that it's about being a warrior on the inside. It's about being a spiritual warrior, being a spiritual warrior for yourself and in yourself. So, again, it's just something that you find within yourself, not something that you share in a group. This is you coming into yourself, your own spiritual warrior self. So let's go ahead and see. Go ahead and see what Spirit has to say as far as the tarot goes when we read into this energy. Let's see here. The beauty of something dying and being destroyed. What beauty can come from this, Spirit? Let's talk about it. Yeah, there's some sort of a dissolution here of relationships, of friendships, of something, of a group nature. It's basically, the Three of Cups in reverse. Something is coming through here to disrupt. Disruption is the key here. But it's a sweet sort of a disruption, if that makes any sense. And hopefully, if it doesn't resonate, this might not, of course, I think it will resonate, honestly. And this might be what is happening on the external. And, the cards up here, the Wild Unknown Archetype cards, are the cards that are saying, this is the message that Spirit is trying to send. Even though it may come across and look like this outwardly, Spirit is trying to tell you something on this next level, like this underlying current of energy. Spirit is trying to build up you as your own warrior. It may come with the dissolution of a group or a friendship or relationships, like a group effort. And you might find yourself actually having a lot of like mental confusion about it. But when you really think about it, you might have confusion about what has happened. And Spirit is just trying to tell you, look, this is meant to undergo a transformation. This is meant to happen. And it's like, but it is, again, it leads us toward that idea of letting go, right? Because if we don't let go, we cause ourselves undue worry. We're up at night, we can't sleep. Maybe we're not getting treated for certain disorders, or we're not healthy. We're not having healthy thoughts, and therefore we're not treating ourselves in a healthy way. Let's look at the destroyer and the bridge. What's the ultimate saving grace here, Spirit? The Empress in reverse. The Empress in reverse. I look at this as sacrificing the throne, sacrificing our throne, right? Sacrificing sitting down and doing nothing. And it's almost like Spirit is saying, we have to do something. We have to do something. And it means, excuse me, I sense as if this is, this Empress in reverse, it's quite interesting. I actually sense this as Kali energy, the energy of Kali. Kali was born from the head of another goddess. Oh my gosh, I cannot remember her name. I'm so sorry. But Kali was born from the head of another goddess, and was basically sent out, right, to it was like to gobble up the drops of blood that were falling from another god that was fighting. And so what was happening was there was this war, and the goddess was recognizing, not Kali, but the other goddess was recognizing that whenever a drop of blood was shed by the god that she was fighting, it turned into a demon. And so she wasn't able to completely fight all of these little demons that were popping up. And so she finally had to, it was something, the anger in her, the righteous anger in her was so great that Kali was born of her, of that goddess. And so Kali comes out and instantly is just wiping up the ground with these demons. And so this is what I see when I look at this Empress in reverse. It's no longer an energy of, patient receiving. This is, I'm getting up off of my throne, and I'm putting something out there that is not what people are used to. So I just sense that there's some sort of Kali energy here. And as I was reading this, I completely forgot that the Destroyer card was here. And that is Kali energy. It's like righteous anger to do the things that are right, right? There's a destroyer here with the goddess Kali. Oh, it's beautiful. And it builds a bridge. Interestingly enough, it builds a bridge away from that which we were hoping would be the sweetness. But even then, we understand, again, there's letting go here. There's letting go here. Wow. Now, at the bottom of the deck, again, reminder that we have the warrior card here. And Kali was a great warrior. There's just Kali energy here. It's so amazing. What's at the bottom of the deck? Look at that. 5 of Cups in reverse. 5 of Cups in reverse is actually letting go of concentrating on the loss that was in the 3 of Cups. Right? We're actually this is the process of turning away from something that hurt us and really focusing on what is it that we truly love? How can we get to that place? And in order to get to that place, there's something where you have to come to terms with our need for, I heard this, there's this wonderful black witch. I cannot remember her name, but I watch her videos all the time. Oh my gosh. I'll try and link to it in the video. But she has this awesome video about get your lick back. This is the time to get your lick back, to close out the cycle of karma, right? Close out the cycle of karma and let shit go. Let it go. But at the same time, you have to be in this energy of letting Kali go out there and do her work, being a warrior, letting that warrior out. You got to get your lick back. And when I say that on, on spiritual level, get your lick back. I'm not saying go out there and get your lick back, because I don't want to be held legally accountable. So again, free will here. But what the energies are saying, what spirit is saying, is that there is this process happening where you need to tap into your inner warrior and say, I deserve better. I deserve what's right for me, and I deserve to cross away from this over a bridge to where I need to go. Okay? Let's see what kind of the guidance is there. The guidance is there. This is all about letting go. This is all about moving away from these tipped over 3 cups, right? And it's clarified here with the 5 of Cups in reverse. We got to move away. We got to move deeper. We got to go deeper, because and again, when we go deeper, there are people that cannot always come with us, right? Let's see. Guidance. I kind of want to do a Kali Oracle deck. Let's see. Spirit of Kali. Can you bring us a message from the Spirit of Kali? Can you bring the collective a message from the Spirit of Kali, please? All right. Can you bring us a message from the Spirit of Kali, please? Can you bring us a message from the Spirit of Kali? Now, I will say it's quite interesting that this is coming up in the reading, because I've been trying to get Kali to come. Oh, look at that. I've been trying to get Kali to come forward and in my own readings, and it's not like she's been silent at all, but I feel as if I need to let go of, in my own journey with her, I need to let go and allow this into being. Now, we have the Nitya Kali, but my concern is that I haven't pulled these from these cards, so I'm actually pulling on my energy. So I'm going to pull another card, and I think that card will be the card for you all, of course. Yes. Awesome. Trauma Nagmo. Hold on, let me see if I can prop this up for you all. Trauma Nagmo. And I'll go ahead and read that card. And if I find that that card is not quite resonating, which is fine, I kind of do want to check out this card too, but the readings for the book are pretty substantial. So let's focus on Trauma Nagmo. Because Trauma Nagmo, I've traveled with so much on my journey with Kali. So I really do think this is something that resonates here. Get your lick back. Okay. Choma Nagmo. She arises, instinctively responding to a severe threat to your well-being, freedom, and sacred fulfillment. Her fierce form causes the impure to tremble and the pure of heart to move close. She is ferocious in her wrath against injustice. Dispense with thoughts of vengeance. Pray for mercy for all beings, especially those trapped in patterns of consciousness, harmful toward themselves and others. Open your heart to her heart and allow her to attend to all matters of karma while you remain true to your higher self. Yes, that's exactly what's happening here. Because the goddess that released Kali did not want to sully her own energy, and so she created a goddess out of her own anger, which is Kali, who is Kali. And again, I am not like I'm understanding Kali, but I don't know everything about Kali, and I don't know everything about this. But I use the guidebooks as energy toward, right? As energy toward. So hopefully, this. Anyway, I'm gonna keep going. Kali is so responsive to those in need of her that she will manifest in unlimited forms to provide the necessary protections. Her fiercest forms manifest to support us in confronting powerful darkness within ourselves, others, and our world. In Tibetan Buddhism, a Dakini, or sky dancer, is a feminine spiritual being offering guidance and protection. The Dakini, known as Choma Nagmo and also as Krotakali, is a fiercely protective divine feminine being upon whom we can meditate. As we place our focus upon her, we can enter into her being for sanctuary. Her appearance is meant to be repelling for a spiritual purpose, not to keep us away from her. So allow any fear or aversion that arises as you contemplate her to rise and then fall away. This is how contemplation upon the sacred being becomes an act of spiritual cleansing and psychological release. As the aversion dissipates, our sanctuary with her is activated from a pure, trusting heart, deflecting unwanted negative energies and psychic contaminants. Choma Nagmo is our black, wrathful mother of tantric wisdom. As our mother, she is available to all hearts who seek her protection, teachings, and assistance. She is a fiercer form of the already fierce Vajrayogini from the Tibetan spiritual tradition. As such, she takes spiritual protection to the highest level. She is associated with the Tibetan practice of Chod, which facilitates complete fearlessness, rapid spiritual growth, and the severing of attachment. The word Chod, I think it's pronounced Chod, translates as cutting through. Choma Nagmo's presence in a reading indicates that you will outgrow any issue, even those so persistent as to last for a very long time, or that appear to be beyond your capacity to overcome. This confronting powerful obstacle may be an attachment, stuck pattern, or unhealthy misuse of energy. It may be a set of circumstances you have created, or that another has imposed upon you. It may relate to this or other lifetimes. Whatever the cause, her presence indicates it's time for it to end. As you move close to her presence in your heart, you will be able to cut through the mental and emotional clinging to a particular outcome or interpretation, so the situation unravels rapidly, allowing for swift progress on your soul path. And that's the goal here, progress on your path, right? That's where this bridge is coming in. Spirit wants you to progress on your path. They don't want you to stay stuck in this. And it's interesting, they don't want you to stay stuck in this sweet nectar. It's almost like being caught in a honey trap even. I'll explain. Honey trap or a honey pot is someone who comes along and everything is so sweet and delicious that you kind of get stuck inside of it. And it's kind of like being seduced a little bit. There is a seduction in it, right? And even if it's something where you decided, you knew that it was going to be a sticky, look at the nectar card. Even if it's something that you knew was going to be a sticky situation, but you saw so much good in it, you saw so much potential in it, but you wandered in it anyway. And it's just like, you can't stay there. You can't stay stuck there. You are stuck there regardless, right? And that's also what Trauma Nagmo is here to do, is to allow you take on that all of that for you, so that you can move into your spiritual divinity. You can move on your spiritual journey and path. And that's what that bridge is. If you have felt as though the way forward in any matter of concern has been barred, her spiritual intervention to clear it is imminent. No obstacle can withstand her will. No suffering can continue in her presence. Her ways are exceptional and expedient, precise and effective. Liberation and enlightened empowerment are always the results of her activity. An expanded capacity to accomplish her sacred work is indicated, and it shall bring far-reaching benefits for all. Give up your notions of how things should be and seek sanctuary in the wild, wrathful wisdom unfolding. It may seem to be a chaotic, bumpy ride at times, but there is a loving intelligence guiding the process, and you are safe. You may not understand her wisdom and method, but you can trust in what is happening, especially the things breaking apart or arising anew. Any pain you may be experiencing now is so much less than what would have taken root if certain circumstances were allowed to continue. When a boundary needs to be set, it is not a time to play nice, nor to pacify people or circumstances attempting to exploit your good nature. Trauma Nagmo shall not stand for such disrespect, and trying to keep the peace by cultivating behaviors that are not self-honoring will backfire on you. Authenticity with compassionate detachment is the only way forward now. Trust in her more than you trust in your doubts or fears. She has the power to bring about what needs to occur. So there's an invocation ritual here. If you'd like to work with Krotakali, Trauma Nagmo, say the following invocations while gazing from time to time at the image on the card. Allow yourself to surrender into your heart. Offer her any feelings of aversion. Letting go facilitates your release into her healing protective fires. Okay, so as you gaze upon the card of Trauma Nagmo, Wrathful Black Dakini, Mother of Wisdom, Grace, and Power, Trauma Nagmo, Krotakali, I bow before you with respect. I surrender to your workings. I humbly offer you the attachments, karmic seeds, and obscurations of mind and body, so that transformation and liberation may occur for the spiritual benefit of all beings. All defilements submit to your liberating presence. Jai Ma Krotakali. Allow yourself to imagine, intend, visualize, or feel invisible shackles falling away from your soul, your body, and your mind. You may even psychically sense or hear them as they hit the ground with a clunk before melting into her powerful cleansing fires that rise to consume them. Even if you cannot sense such a thing, trust that it is happening. Notice how you feel, perhaps clearer, freer, more able to breathe, and expand more naturally and easily as constraints are released. You may feel different and not yet comfortable in that difference. That is okay too. Gaze again at the image on the card. Place your hand on your heart and then lightly touch that same hand to the card as a symbol of gratitude and acknowledgement of the Divine Mother's presence in your life. Finish with your hands in prayer and bowing your head. You have completed your invocation ritual. All right, friends, so that was a quick energy reading for you all. It was so powerful, and I knew there was a reading that I wanted to do today, but I'm so happy that you joined me, and I'm so happy that we were able to understand that we're working with Kali here. We're working with the idea of letting go, and it's almost like we're being asked to be a warrior in our effort to let go, because Spirit needs us to let go. Okay? Thank you so much again, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.